So Frank, we're back to you now with some more questions about the grievance committee. And I know you have lots of characters in the book. Some of them strange characters, some pretty cool characters. So tell me about the characters in your book and who's the favorite.
My favorite character would be Albert Hicks, and he will be in every one of the novels that I've written and yet to be written. He is the defense lawyer. As you will find in future books, he suddenly will be back on the grievance committee as a member. He was a former member long ago. But yes, Albert is probably my favorite.
And I know he was very prevalent in book 1.
Correct.
So he's usually the lawyer representing lawyers who are appearing before the grievance committee.
That's correct.
But we're going to get to see him as being on the grievance committee then.
Yes, on book number 3 or number 4, you will see him on the grievance committee back again as a panel member. And he will become the chair.
Oh, wow.
In future books.
Very well. So do any of these characters represent you?
All of them represent me.
All of them, okay.
I have been
You have been Albert Hicks before?
I have been the defense lawyer. I have been the accused.
Oh, wow.
I have been on the committee. I have been a witness. And I've represented witnesses and the complainants. So, yes, I've worn all the hats.
Who better than you than to write these books?
I know all these people. I could, actually, the whole thing could be about me.
Could be a biography then, or an autobiography. So, some of the characters have different names. So, how did you come up with the names for your characters?
That's a very interesting question, Sandy. And I don't think there's any wonderful answer. The first thing is how to name a character so that they're not identified by someone in real life. That's the first problem. And I will tell you that one of my characters who I named, I thought I had a great name for him. It's a simple name, but guess what? I found out when I moved to Austin that there was a person in Austin whose name was exactly the same as my character. So I thought, oh, I've got to change that name, which I did. So the names have to be somewhat simple so that people can remember them. And at the same time, there might have to be a little mystery in there. For example, the name Jonathan Carter, the initials are JC. Who can you think of who might be called JC?
Definitely can think of one person.
Who would be that?
Jesus Christ.
Exactly correct. Well, when you get to book 3, you will find that that name does have significance.
Wow. Wow. So you have to really do think out the names of these characters.
You do have to think out the names.
And then the stories behind them, because I remember when I was reading book 1 and the main character who was up before the grievance committee, and you gave his background. I mean, where do these stories come from?
These stories come from just exposure in real life. For example, I mean, since you're talking about Jose Quiroz, who was the character that you mentioned in book 1, well, obviously I have to pick a Spanish name that's sort of unusual, since we're talking about names, but at the same time, where did he come from, and how do we know that? Well, I can't give all that away, because someone may relate that to someone in real life.
Okay, got it, because he did have a very unusual background. I was really impressed with that story. So, I think you've already answered this question kind of, but are the characters based on people you know?
Yes and no. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not.
Well, you said some of them are kind of based on you, obviously.
Well, let's say I've played these parts.
You played the roles, yeah.
I've played these parts. Yes, that's why I know how the defense lawyer thinks. That's how I know a person who's accused, what kind of emotions they go through. And also, of course, being the judge, I know how those people think because I've played those parts.
Well, that's great. So more great information on Frank Suthers and the Grievance Committee, and we'll be on to another question in a minute. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you.